Okay, I think that oh, who knows here? Okay, Anita Chris. Oh, here. That's good. Okay, thank you, everyone. Attend the class. Yeah. The beginning. Yeah. For you students have the questions. Maybe I answer the question first. Who listen? Can you help me translate? My English too strong accent. So.
Yeah, I can.
You can help more clearly. Sorry. First thing is, I had a few people wondering. Sorry. 有待几位那个就是对这个女的和男的练内丹为什么不一样？就是成熟的地方，它不是一个它是一个生理的一个问题，就是我们女人呢和男人的这个生理它是不同的。对，女人我们来讲是以气血为主，就是说男人就是说来修的。我们先翻译这么多吧，先翻译这么多。
Okay, so a number of people have asked why there's a difference between men's practice and women's practice. And this has to do with a fundamental understanding of the physiology that underlies these practices. So for women, it's based on the qi. It starts with the qi, whereas for men,
对，所以说如果我们有两个方面，第一个那个女人修行呢，就是我们从这个生理上讲，就是女人有月经，就是说女人有那个月经呢，所以说我们守这个心呢，它以后会展翅龙，就是用中文来讲会展翅龙。我什么叫展翅龙？就我们把这个血，就是这个月经啊，我们称为翅龙，把它给斩掉。就是女人呢，练到以后，就是练的比较就是慢慢练好了以后，她的月经会停掉，慢慢停掉。
So one of the physiological aspects that's very important is women's menstruation. So in fact, one of the early parts of women's practice is what's called beheading the red dragon. So the menses are, in this case, called metaphorically the red dragon. And when this practice is performed, a woman's period will gradually, over time, decrease in volume until it disappears.
但是这个他们放心，就是这个女人呢，这个月经停掉，但是她不练以后，她月经还是会回来的。
But this isn't something to be worried about because although the practice is continued, the period will cease. As soon as the practice is ended, then the period will return naturally.
所以对女人来说，她刚开始起初的时候，她练的时候会有一点点慢，所以说她们要就是比男的多一个步骤。就是说女人要先停月经，就是说这样练的时间长，就是这个地方练慢慢吃拢有点，就是展了，就是我们守这个地方，然后她气生，然后展吃拢。那对于男的话，他直接就是早了一步，他直接可以练气，就从精化气，所以就是比女人少一步，但是女的话，吃拢一展的话，她的这个丹呢，她练的话会非常长进，非常快。
So, at the beginning, women's practice is slower because it requires this extra step. It requires this step of focusing on the tanjong in the center of the chest to be able to undergo this process of beheading the red dragon. And only then does it start with the practice of cultivating the jing, the essence, into qi. Whereas men can start with that stage right away. However, once this initial stage is completed, women's practice actually accelerates much faster. So it's slower starting off, but then it accelerates afterwards.
对，这就是我们就是在这个道教里面特别就是讲究这个。我们说，在这个修行的这个过程中，就是我们在这个练这个内丹的过程中，就是这个就是女的会比较麻烦一点点，就是和这个男的这个男的会方便一点点，但是到以后女的她长进会非常快。但是通通都有一个什么问题呢？就是说我们男女在练的过程中，特别是女的，就刚开始练的时候她的这个性欲反而会提升。这个性欲就是想去做那些事情，就是想做这种做爱，就是更想。所以这是我们称之为魔。所以说我们在刚开始练的时候，包括男的也是一样，会特别想那方面。如果把这个魔给压下去，那时候都非常棒。对，所以说我们说在练内丹的时候，最好是不能去做这些事，因为做的话练了白练了，就是很难长进。
So again, as to review with the women's practice, again, it accelerates later, even though it's slower at the beginning. This is the traditional Taoist perspective. And also related to this about the human body and about sexuality is that one phenomenon that happens when beginning to practice Nei Dan is that sometimes the sexual desires actually increase in the early phase. And this is a kind of distraction, it's kind of illusion. And so if that is limited, then the practice can go much more efficiently and much more smoothly. So it's very important to not engage in those kinds of behaviors and sexual behaviors while doing the practice.
OK， 这是一个 question。第二个呢，就是有些学生问这个关于这个呼吸，其实这个呼吸有点太多方法呼吸，但是我们练内丹吧，刚开始入境的时候啊，就是还是用这个就是刚开始的话，如果要是对刚开始的话，对有的人来说，就是练的话最好是自然呼吸，但如果要是能用丹田呼吸的话，就对很多人来，对有的人说刚开始难，就用丹田呼吸，就用这个下面呼吸。这样用这个丹田来呼吸的话，他就是会觉得气不太顺，这是一个过程。那这样的话就是很难，就是有这种就是 focus， 就是很难。所以那样的话，那你刚开始干脆就用这个自然呼吸算了，就是说把你的意念收到那个地方。但是慢慢的，你可以试着用这个，就是说用这个丹田呼吸，就是深呼吸，慢慢的。
So there's also a question about breathing. And so one of the goals in this practice is to use the dantian to breathe. However, when just starting out, it can sometimes be uncomfortable. The breath might not be smooth if we're not used to breathing with our dantians. So the idea is that when starting out, if the dantian breathing isn't comfortable, to just breathe naturally, and gradually over the course of the practice, that ability to breathe with the dantian will increase.
对，那像很多人也听说过这个逆式呼吸。这个逆式呼吸呢，就是很少出现在这个气功里面，也有，但是大部分呢在功夫里面，它就一呼，然后打出去，就打出去，大部分是出现在这个功夫里面，它的逆式呼吸。
So some people have also heard about reverse breathing, and this is something that occasionally comes up in qigong, but in most cases it's a concept that arises in gongfu practice, where you use the body when exhaling to exert force.
再就是我们在这个练功的时候呢，我们嘴巴是一定要闭上的，用那个鼻子呼吸，不能张嘴巴。我们只有在最后的时候，就是说我们在那个就是过三关的时候，它有一点点难，所以要用很重的这个意念，然后来往上提气的时候，这是以后。所以那时候呢，我们是用嘴吸气，叫嘴吸，然后鼻子呼，就这时候用嘴，我们称之为五火，就是比较厉害的这种。
So when doing these the gongfu practices, of course, you sometimes breathe through your mouth. And with the Neidan practice, although most of the time you breathe through your nose, there are some occasions, in particular, when going through the three gates. Because sometimes it's difficult to get through there, it can be very thick. We want to use this martial fire, which includes using the breath through the mouth to be able to pass through that area, and very strong intention.
所以呢，我们就是说，在这个平时我们练的时候，还是嘴巴闭上，用那个鼻子，就是微微的或者深呼吸，慢慢的呼吸，对，这个我们称之文火，就是慢慢的，慢慢的，对，让它自然。
However, most of the time we want to have the mouth closed and breathe very gently through the mouth and very, very slowly, very, very softly. And this is called the cultured breath, the cultured breath.
然后呢 ，OK，还有一个问题呢，就是学生问，就是说之前练功之前，这个吃饭过后或者是之前，练，因为吃饭的话，就是说我们怎么说呢？就是我们吃完饭的话，我们需要一个消化，就digestion消化，消化它需要就是几十分钟以后，其实我们在消化食物的时候，它还是在用身体里面的这个 energy，就是这种力量。所以呢，一般我们吃过饭以后，就是最起码是30分钟到40分钟，甚至1个小时以后再来练功。我们不能吃饭的时候，然后都去练功，那样胃就是会不舒服。然后对。
So another question is about whether or not we should eat before the practice. And now, typically, when we eat food, we then have to digest it for a period of maybe a half hour up to an hour afterward. And that digestive process uses the energy of the body. And so it can disrupt the Neidan practice, just like other kinds of Kung Fu.
那你看我们在这个道观里面的道士，一般都是吃过晚饭，就是6点钟左右，吃过晚饭，然后一起就散散步，然后呢，到了8、9点回去，一般他们子时开始打坐，有的修行比较好的，他们是一晚上都能打坐，我们称之为就是一晚上不捣蛋，就是能打坐一晚上，第二个早上起来工作，然后晚上呢就是吃饭去散步，每天都是这样，这是有的道人，对他们是很厉害的，但是这种现在很少，大部分都是去散散步，回去然后之前睡觉，9点钟上床，然后开始练，中间会1、2个小时。对。
So in a Daoist temple, typically everyone will eat dinner around maybe 6 o'clock, and then once they're done, they'll go for a walk around for a bit, and then they'll come back and they'll practice for a bit before bed. And now there are some Daoists who have very exceptional practice who will be able to continue all the way through the night and then the next morning just get up and go back to work and do whatever they have to do. But most Daoists will, after they've eaten and they've taken a walk, they'll cultivate for a little bit, go to bed, and then get up maybe around 9 in the morning.
我们不知道，因为我们这里面有的练功练得非常好，还有一个问题就是关于就是练功什么时候练好，因为每个人的情况不太一样。那我们现在呢，就是刚开始课，它是一个筑基，我们称之为筑基。什么叫筑基呢？就是刚开始的时候，所以呢，刚开始第一步呢，什么最重要的就是入静。什么叫入静呢？就是说我们在守丹田的时候都会入静，那就是你什么时候有时间，你都可以。然后让丹田，然后手下丹田，让这个气感觉一下，就让你入静，这样慢慢的入静以后，就是我们现在是筑基，什么时候就像盖房子做这个地基啊，什么时候打都没问题，这是个很自然的，那就是说筑基到以后就是说，那我们有的人说早上或者晚上，那早上的话，如果我们能打坐的话，那对一天的这个状况都是好的。那晚上打坐呢，对睡觉也是一个好的。那平时你能打坐的话，对你自己的一个心态也会好。那什么时候你都可以去打坐。那在刚开始，那我们上次说过了。那以后如果练得好了，真正要练的话，那我们都按时辰，这个子时和午时就不同的时间，子午卯酉不同的时间来练了。
So some students also asked about what is the best time to practice. Now, right now at this particular point, we're working on the foundational stage. So this is just like when building a house, we're working on building the foundation first at this stage in teaching the practice. And so what that means is we want to emphasize entering into stillness, developing that stability. And for this kind of practice, it doesn't matter what time of day you sit down and you do the meditation. You can do it any time of day that feels good. Whether it's at night, it can help you sleep if you do it before bed. If you do it in the morning, then it can help you throughout all your activities during the day. You can do it any time of the day that you want. Because again, that goal is to enter into the stillness and to do this calming practice. Later on, in later stages, there are particular times that are very useful, which we will talk about as we get to those points, like middle of the night, middle of the day, and at the midpoints between them.
那我们在这里再讲一下，就是打坐它的一个就是平时的一个不是一个要求，最起码就是要了解的。其实我们现在看到很多人练瑜伽呀，或者练什么打坐，在这个海边呢，或者在这个水边呢打坐就很漂亮很美，就是有的时候我也会拍照，看着很好，就很安静很美。但是这种东西真正的话修行的话，它是不适合的。因为我们在这个打坐的后，身体里面呢，它都是个毛孔所有东西都是一种开的一种状况。但是这个靠近水呢，它的寒气很重，对。
So some people also, when thinking about the location for practicing, some people really like the idea of going down to the beach or near the water to go and practice because it looks very beautiful to do that. However, when doing these kinds of practices, it can actually be damaging to be that close to a source of water because when doing it, the pores will all open up. And of course, the air near the water is very damp and can get into the pores.
那我们在打坐的时候呢，就是最好就是那些道人一线打坐，第一个是朝阳，就是那个朝阳或面对南方或面对东方就是或者西北方它要朝阳，这个山洞或者一个地方必须要朝阳。第二个呢，它的空气必须要流通我们不能在一个阴气的地方，就是 对，就是特别潮湿啊或者阴气的，就是我们感觉有阴气的地方，甚至就是说，怎么说有埋死人的地方啊，这些地方都是不能去打坐的。它的这个不好的，我们说不好的浊气、晦气，很多不好的气到身体里面，甚至呼吸道里面，都会对我们自己身体的一个健康啊，这个状况都会影响。
So ideally, you want a place that is that has a good atmosphere to it. So something like sometimes mountains, or facing in certain directions, like facing to the east with the eastern exposure, or facing north. And you also want a place that has good circulation of air, and that isn't bothered by all kinds of yin sort of distractions to it. Things like if you're too close to a marketplace, or if you were near a graveyard. Any of these places could have different sorts of influences that could have a negative effect on the practice.
Okay, anyone, I don't know. So,就是我现在做那个 Google Classroom，就是为了让大家在那留言，然后在这个地方然后你帮我翻译，就是更清楚一些。所以如果大家有问题的话，都在那个地方留言，然后留言完以后呢，就是我们在这个地方来这个回答这个问题，每个人都可以听。对。
So he's also creating a Google Classroom to give us an opportunity to be able to post questions there in case there's some difficulty with the translation or a slowness with it. And so that way he'll be able to respond to questions as we post them there, and then in class or over there.
那行吧，那在这个地方我们还是要就是讲一下，就是大家我知道很多人都很忙，就没有太多时间去打坐。那我们有时间再去打坐的话，那就是像我刚才讲的是什么是最好？叫我们有时间，不管我们是躺在那里坐那个地方，甚至我们有的时候就午睡一个 nap，那我们都可以想一下用那个丹田，然后静一下，然后让你那个身体呼吸一下你的气，守一下，然后去做。那这样的话才有帮助。每个星期的话，就靠这2节课的话，这样是很难很难的。对。
So of course, another problem is that so many of us are very, very busy, and it's hard to find time to do practice, to meditate. And now, again, this goes back to that earlier discussion of that the best time to meditate is any time that you can find to meditate. So if you're just sitting for a few minutes, you're lying down, even if you were lying down to take a nap for a few minutes, just to pay attention to your dantian, to enter into that stillness,
Yeah.
or for women into the Tanzhong point, and make use of that time whenever it comes up, because just relying on the 2 classes a week, it will be very difficult to make progress in this practice.
我们来讲呢，就是好比就是怎么说呢，练这个功夫，不是练这个内丹，我们也叫助功。第一个就筑基功夫，就刚开始是很难很难的第一步是很难很难的，那就是这一步就做好了的话，以后你会感觉到里面，你都才能尝到这个甜头。那就像我们不管是喝咖啡，我们做什么一个新的事物就刚开始的话你都觉得不好，什么东西都是苦的不好。当你真正喜欢上的话，你会非常非常喜欢。打坐也是一样。所以呢，我们刚开始的时候呢，需要一些时间，可能有的人做都坐不住，但是需要一个时间，就慢慢的都会尝到这个甜头，这样都好了。对。
So meditation practice is not always comfortable for everybody when starting out. However, it's something that becomes more comfortable over time. Just like when we start drinking coffee or tea or something like that, at first it can taste very bitter, but then over time we get used to the taste and start enjoying it. And so that happens something very similar if we give time to the practice. It becomes more enjoyable. It becomes something we would want to do.
OK，有一些学生呢，还是想问一下关于这个中丹田。那我们在这个地方，就是这个中丹田什么地方？就两乳之间。有的一些学生，这个关于这个女的这个丹田在哪个地方？就两乳之间，就两乳这个中间，这个叫膻中穴。对。
So some students are asking about the Tanjong point in the chest and where exactly it is. So it's traditionally it's at the point directly between the nipples, so on the line with them in the sternum in the center of the chest.
它不是这个心窝，在这个心窝上面。我们说，哎，这个地方是心窝，是这个地方，但是在这个上面一点点。对，有的时候收这个心，它不是收这个心，在心的上面一点点。对。
So it's a little bit above the heart, so it's not exactly on the heart.
在上面，对。OK 还有学生有问题， 有的人呢，学生我也对于这个我们怎么说呢？就是说一些女的呢，就是说，因为我们现在很多这个气功啊，不同的这个气功，有的女的她都是男的女的都一样，直接手这个这什么丹田下丹田啊，但是如果的话，这个下丹田手不好的话，对女人是有问题的。就是如果她的那个意念太重的话，反而对女人的一些，对我们来说，那个血都会聚到一个地方，时间长了，女人会出问题。所以如果要是女的，有的人说哦，那个气功我可以手丹田怎么样？那要微微的手，就是轻轻的。如果气不起来，对我们来说啊，如果女的这个身体啊，这个气啊没有起来的时候，手这个丹田呢，它意念重在那个地方，它那个血会聚集在那个地方，是一个很不好的一个情况。
So some people are asking why there is the difference for women. So in this case, because especially in many qigong practices, there isn't a distinction that's made between men and women about everyone can focus on the lower dantian, and that's fine. The concern here is that if the qi is not yet developed enough, because the intention can be very strong, the blood will tend to gather at that location. And so by focusing on the lower dantian, it can cause various issues with the menses and with that area, with the blood gathering there and getting too strong.
OK，那这样的话，我们就开始练吧。然后之前的话，就是我们练功之前的话，一定还有一个问题，一定要保暖。什么叫保暖呢？就是我们在16岁以前那个道人呢，或者就是打坐的话，他们都有一个毯子或一个什么东西披在上面，叫不能受凉。所以在我们在打坐的时候，你的房间呢，那在夏天的时候，空调一定要注意，不能太冷，不能太热，把这个东西一定要调好。对。在你这个身体呢，我们在这个有的地方春天还是有点凉凉的，一定要把衣服给穿好。对。
So another thing to pay attention to is making sure that you stay warm enough during this practice. So if you're in a room with air conditioning, make sure it isn't too cold, make sure there isn't a draft. If it's springtime, it can be a little chilly sometimes. So make sure that you have something to wear so that you don't get too cold during the practice.
那这样 OK，那这样的话，我们就开始打坐吧。然后我们就是开始打坐，我们开始再练一下，找一下感觉。如果有什么感觉，下一节课我们可以来聊这个人他的身体的一个感觉有什么变化。对。
Okay, so now we'll start with the practice, and we'll see what sort of changes occur in our bodies as we do it. And in the next class, next section, we'll be able to sort of discuss any of those changes or those feelings, that sensations that arise in the practice.
OK，OK，那我们现在做每一个动作，就是看每一个人喜欢什么样的一个动作。他可以跪坐，可以坐在沙发上，坐在哪个地方都可以，但是一定要眼观鼻，鼻观心啊，就是这样。它并不是观，并不是看的意思，它是个垂直下来。那就是慢慢的就是眼睛要慢慢的收这个地方，然后到这个丹田里面啊，这是男的。那女人呢，直接就是膻中穴，把眼睛给轻轻闭上，然后感觉它是慢慢的，就是它不是一个很重的，就是像别人就是慢慢的在抚摸的那种感觉，这种去手。
So for the practice, it doesn't matter how you sit however you prefer. If you want to sit cross-legged or sit in a chair or kneel, whatever works for you. The important thing, though, is in any case to focus on the vision. So the eyes will pay attention to the nose, but the vision is going to go inward. And you actually want to feel as though your eyes are looking into your body, gradually going down. For women, down to the tanzhong, for men, down to the dantian. And so the eyelids are lightly closed and the vision is looking inward. And the attention should be very soft, as though gently touching something, not grabbing hold.
那我们手吧，这个呀，然后掐子午诀，然后按道教的打坐形式子午，这样掐到这地方。女的呢，右手在上面，男的呢，左手在上面。因为男女的这个生理所有的东西不同，所以女的呀要右手在上面，男的呢左手在上面。
So next, was just demonstrating the hand position for this, which is called the ziwu hand seal. And for men, the left hand should be on top, and then for women, the right hand should be on top. So thumb grabs right under the ring finger.
那我们就是来打坐30分钟，我们来打坐个25分钟吧，然后我们看一看，然后对，嗯30，OK，now we start, tongue up, yeah, mute everyone, so mute. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, can everyone, so just like a quiet, everybody quiet, so just by yourself. Okay, we start. Ready? Go, tongue up. Deeper breaths. 1, out. Oh, again. Oh, down. Again. Relax. Tongue up. Okay, close your eyes and have. Okay, relax. Warming hands. Face. Relax. Delay a little bit. Relax. You can open your leg slowly. If someone do meditation, just slowly. Stretch a little bit. Whole body little movement. Whole body. Okay. Relax. Listen. Yeah. OK，我们每次做完 meditation 呢，就是做完这个打坐以后呢，它有个手势，这个手势就很简单，就像这个熊啊，或者这个动物啊，就是睡觉以后过后，它需要伸展。这每次打完坐以后啊，就自然而然，就是你身体，然后让它动一动，就身体很舒服，很美，但还是让身体动一动，然后像熊一样，哎，慢慢地就是伸一伸，这样。
So the closing for the meditation is just like a bear or another animal that has been sleeping for a long time. When it rouses itself, starts moving around a little bit and very naturally, very spontaneously moves around, stretches, and gradually releases any tension.
就是看哪个地方不舒服，都可以用这个手慢慢搓一搓。就像我们特别是刚开始打坐，就那个气血有的地方不通，所以打坐的时间长了，腿会感觉不太舒服。那这时候呢，一伸开呢，会感觉不太舒服，有的地方凉凉的，或者有点冷，还有都用这个手啊，慢慢给它按摩一下，啊。
So, and then we should take our hands anywhere that doesn't feel comfortable, feels a little uncomfortable, feels tight, feels cold maybe. Take your hands and massage those areas, gently massage those areas. Because especially when starting out with meditation, the blood vessels may not quite be ready for it or might be used to it. So some areas could feel a little cold or could feel numb or uncomfortable.
那么有的呢，就是揉一揉这个丹田呐、或者胸部啊、肾呐、揉一揉都可以。对。
So and you can massage your chest, the dantian, the back, the lower back. It's all fine.
对。那我们在这个打坐过程中，就是我们这里面呢，就是我会有很多你可以看到他们的这个状态，就是他打坐过以后，如果他还是很精神的话，其实他在打坐的时候，他的状态都没有进入，他的这个地方是活跃的，他的身体啊，也就是说进入不了这种状态的话，就是这个效果都是很问题，都会有问题。那就是其实我们这是刚开始还好，这就是因为是第一步，我们需要学会坐这个地方不动。对。
So sometimes when starting out, there can be various difficulties that you encounter. But since we're just starting out with this practice, we're just beginning. We want to be able to sit very still and and gradually get used to it.
我知道这个坐对很多人来说很难，因为我们 都会经历这一步。就刚开始做这个地方，我们会感觉这个地方痒啊，需要抓一抓呀、或者这个地方不舒服啊，这鼻子总会有一些地方不舒服，你想去动。有的甚至头慢慢的，他觉得哎，这个脖颈呢不舒服，都想伸一伸，这是很自然的。
So for many of us, it's not natural to sit so still, even though that's what we need to be doing here. So we may feel, itchy an itch on the face, or the shoulders might feel tight. We might want to move our shoulders around or something like that. But those are all things we shouldn't be doing. We need to sit still.
但是我们还有一点呢，就是我们要记到，就是我们道人呢，打坐呀，道人呢，把这个称之为魔。像有的打坐打着打着睡着了啊，有的打坐打着这地方痒。在这种过程中，你最好就是要去练不管它，然后把你的意念呢收回来。我们把这个都会称为魔，什么睡魔，什么养魔，就是那个魔鬼的魔啊，就是这些东西。所以一定你想睡了，不对，不能睡，我在打坐。这个地方痒，我不能动。这个地方痛，哎呀，我不能动。让它痛，就学着，就是第一个呢，我们也属于魔性，就是那个性很急这个地方不舒服，我都要去干嘛？所以这时候呢，反正不能去抓它没问题，让它痛，让它痒让它不舒服，我就是要让它做，就要坐这个地方不动，是要磨自己的这个性，让自己能做到这个地方。
So in Daoist practice, these are often compared or anthropomorphized as demons, like the sleep demon or the itchiness demon or the achy demon, and seen as something that are kind of external, like that demon comes along and makes your face itch, but you don't want to pay attention to that demon. You want to ignore that demon. Just go back to the practice that's going on. So even if you have an ache or anything like that, externalize it, see it as this external thing, and stay with the practice.
那么在打坐的时候，有的时候中间还会出现声音，所以说有的时候会这个声音，就是说老想把我们这个意念呢，这个意念给带过去，总是有一些事情出来。所以这时候呢，我们都要知道他们是魔鬼或者是魔，不能我们的意念不能跟他走，收回来。所以这时候第一个就是收这个心愿意嘛，就是一定要把它学会把它给收回来，就以你自己为中心，不要让别的东西把你的这个意念给带出去带走。
So, and of course, another one of these sorts of demons is any sort of sound that we might encounter. So if a sound happens outside, the tendency is for the intention to go to wherever that sound is, to get pulled away, like literally almost pulled out of our bodies. But during the practice, we want to make sure we bring that intention back, even if it flies away, to bring it back to the object of our focus.
对，那我们这个地方就是有几个学生，就是虽然说因为我们人在这个打坐的时候，其实我们说是眼睛在闭着，但是它是闭一半，但其实我们的这个所有东西是很敏感的，就是什么东西在你面前轻轻动一下，你都能感觉到，那什么东西围绕你轻轻动一下，你也能感觉到。所以我们在打坐的时候，其实我眼睛在闭，就是半睁半闭，但是每一个人在这个屏幕只要动一下。它会这个屏光都会闪一下，我都能感觉到。对，所以这时候呢，对。
So also, there have been some questions about the eyes, are the eyes fully closed? Well, in this practice, you want the eyes to be about half closed, half open, so that, in fact, if you're sitting and something moves in front of you, you'd immediately see it. You'd be aware of everything that's going on around you. But the eyes are not fully open at the same time. They're half open, half closed.
所以就我们要注意打坐的时候一定要学会这种，就是说坐这个地方不要动。但是我们有的时候呢，这个地方一定你自己要感觉到，就是我们打坐打着，你身体有的时候会这样去动一动，自然而然动，这是正确的，就这样动一点点。因为我们在打坐的时候，它会纠正你的身体，就有的身体打坐的时候可能太朝前，有的太朝后，那打坐慢慢的，你身体会直起来，这个动是正常的。是非常好的，在纠正你的身体，所以我们一定要记得，在纠正你的身体过程中，一定要感觉这个上面它是虚顶往上顶到的，就是说直的，它不能这个样，不能歪的，对。
So, and although our intention in sitting in meditative practice is just to sit still, to not move, sometimes you may find that your body starts very naturally starting to sway or adjust almost on its own, spontaneously. And that's because the sitting practice is actually working to correct anything in the posture. If we have any sort of habituated postural deficits, this will cause that to gradually work its way out. The thing to pay attention to is to make sure that the top of the head is always erect and always pointed upward, and that we're not leaning to one side or the other.
那就是我们在这个睡那个地方打坐也是一样。那么睡那个地方，这个地方也是要挺直，就是说，定那个地方。那么这样躺的一个动作，它是不能乱动的，那心都还是不静的。那躺到那个地方，它还是就像一台，就是怎么说，就是和那个床啊或者和这凳子是合一。我们打坐的时候呢，就是我们这个感觉呢，那也是就是说，甚至这个屁股这个地方，就像人喝醉了，所有的东西全部是下来的，就是坐到这个地方。如果你感觉到身体摇来摇去早有一点点不稳了，这个都是因为是就是刚开始都无所谓，但这个是一定要达到这个程度，整个身体它是和这个地是融合在一起的，躺在床上是融合一起的它是不动的。
So this is the same even in practice where we're lying down. So if you're lying down, you want to make sure again that your spine is straight, your head is upright. Well, I mean, while you're lying down in a straight line, and you don't want to move around. You don't want to be thrashing around. And eventually, the goal is that whether you're sitting or whether you're lying down, that it's as though your body becomes one with the ground. That you're one object. That you're just sitting there. That you're lying there, and that you're solid and you're not moving.
那行吧，那我们今天这个课结束了，然后呢，大家就是下去然后多锻炼一下自己记着锻炼。我们不能，还是我说呢，不能就在这个课里面，锻炼，就记着一定要锻炼。下次我要看个人的状态，所以不能动了。就以后我们在这个半个月之内，让每个人在这个打坐30分钟的时候是一点都不能动的，这是我一个要求，所以要做好做到。
So the class is ending here, and he asks all of us to continue practicing on our own, and we're going to have a bit of a test later this month. So in the course of this next half month or so, he's expecting that we will all be able to sit perfectly still for a half hour, and he'll be able to watch and see that none of us are moving in the half hour of practice.
OK， OK， 那这样的话 ，OK，we class done，thank you。Have a good night. Maybe some will have a good morning. Maybe someone from Europe. It's morning now. Okay. Thank you. This is class done. We see you next time. Next class. Remember, practice.
Thank you.
No problem. See you.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, lesson.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Sifu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, friends. Don't move for next time.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael. Thank you. See you.